Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. Much love, much respect. Everybody been rocking with me with these 33 years of prison stories, man. I appreciate you. I feel the love, man. We got to get these love up on this subscriptions, though, man. I'm still at all that 70% of the people who watch these videos are not subscribed. I know a lot of y'all may watch the videos, you may think you're subscribed, or you may not be sure because you watch the videos, you may automatically think you're subscribed. But check your status when you get a chance and just look and see if you got the ED on the end of your subscribe. And if not, man, just take care of that. Hit that and let's get that out of the way. Like these videos, comment on these videos. Y'all talk, y'all know I talk back. We want to get this to move around in the algorithm so our video can get played worldwide. More people can see it. More people can get this good positive energy that we pushing out with TBP. And that's what we striving for. We want to get as big as we can so we can reach as many people as we can. So let's help do that, man. And hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and write a little comment. Let me know what you think about the video. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's all love. It's all love over here. You feel me? So with that being said, man, I'm going to drop one on y'all today that just made me think about it because of the recent incidents. If all y'all been keeping up with me, man, if all my real, TBP fans out there, y'all been keeping up with me, y'all know I just had the young blood down here star with me for 2 weeks. So by him being with me, we reminisced and talked about a lot of different things. And I remember when I was telling y'all about when I had the phone and stuff, and I had got into an incident one time, and I had lost the phone. Well, just before I got into an incident, this was when my celly, if y'all been keeping up with my stories, my celly Kitchen Man, when Kitchen Man got me late doing his little tomfoolery and got me late, and I had to go to the hole, I had to leave the phone. So when I had to leave the phone that time, when I came out of the hole, I was on the other side of the yard. But I left the phone, and the only person I let know who the phone was Star. Star knew where the phone was, where I hid it at. So by me going to segregation, not knowing when I'm going to come out or not knowing where I'm going to come out, then I ended up on the other side of the yard. And I let Star know. So Star went and retrieved the phone as soon as I got locked up. So he had the phone the whole time that I was in segregation. So when I get out of segregation, they put me all the way on the other side of the yard. Now I got to try one of these MacGyver moves to try to go back and retrieve the phone, go back over there and get the phone. And Star, being the soldier that he was going to meet me halfway, give me the phone, and I get the phone and I come back. We had the whole little mission planned out. Now, mind you, all of this is out of bounds. If he get caught, I get caught. That's the ball game. We go into segregation. If one of us get caught with the phone, it's going to be worse than that. It just was going to be a big mess. But like I said, I was committed. I had to have it. He was locked in with me. So, we set the Mission Impossible plan in effect. So, but in the meantime, I had got out there and put me in the cell on the other side of the yard with a dude named Shine. Little young cat, right, from out of Newport News. Shout out Shine. Yeah, reserve that opinion for later on. But shout out Shine, you know what I'm saying? But when I get in the cell with him, I don't really know him. He don't know me. He know of me. I ain't never heard of him. But at the same time, he seemed like a decent little young cat. And I fool with a lot of them little young dudes. If they got their head on straight, I jive can rock with him a little bit. And he seemed like he was an alright little dude. And we got to kicking it. We was alright, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I say, I got to really, really know you before I can really, let you know what's going on with me to a certain extent. Even though I'm in that cell with you, I'm still going to have my own little, my little private time and things about me that you're not going to know about. So I knew that I had that phone coming. So I had to test his temperature to see what type of dude he was, see how he was going to be moving in and out of that cell, see who he hung around with to give me an idea of whether I was going to be able to stay in the cell with him with that phone. Because like I say, y'all got to remember at this time, that phone is public enemy number one. That phone is public enemy. They find you with that phone, man, they will shut their whole compound down and go through everything and everybody. So not only is the administration gonna flip their wig, but dudes gonna flip their wig because they're gonna be mad you got caught with a phone and they got to go on lockdown. And they got to be invaded because they going in every cell when they find that out. Every cell. So yeah, so it was a real tricky, touchy situation, man, when you dealing with them phones. So I had to know who he was before I could even consider staying in the cell with him. But once I seen how he moved and I seen how he carried himself, I figured that I may be able to, but I still had no plans to let him know about the phone. I just was gonna feel like I could maneuver in there with him when he in there, you know. So that's what I was doing. So anyway, after I set the play up with Star, man, I go get the phone. It works. Everything work out. I meet him over there in Center Circle. We exchange the phone, get the phone, man. I turn around, I go back, try to act like I left my ID because I'm already out of bounds from even being there. Usually they won't even let you go back, but you got to have your ID to go over there. So I just act like I left my ID. I had to go back and get my ID. The CO telling me, man, you ain't gonna be able to get back. You ain't gonna get back in time. You gonna miss class, all this. I said, man, well, I got to get my ID. I can't get over there, you know. So luckily, he just let me go. I went, boom. I ain't come back. I got the phone. That's all I was going for. Yeah, because that jump was tricky. It was touchy, but I got through with it, so it was a good thing, man. So now I got the phone. I'm back over here. I'm in the cell with Shine. I got this phone. I'm maneuvering around him with the phone. I'm not letting him know I got the phone. I don't think he got a clue, you know, because the way I'm moving. I have already had it down to a science, you know. I done had the phone there, you know, pulling up on 5 years or something like that and some change or close to it. So I got a system down pat, the way I operate and the way I move with the phone to you know what I'm saying, where I feel like it's ironclad. I ain't gonna get caught. You know, it's no way I'm gonna get caught. It's gonna have to take some outside forces for me to get caught because the way I'm moving with it, I'm moving precisely, and I done got it down to where I can jive, feel the tension. I know when something get ready to jump off. I know when we going on lockdown. I know when I got it. You know, so I'm maneuvering. I'm getting by, and I can do the same thing with my sellers. I done been in cell with people who did not know I had a phone. I done been in cell with a dude over a year and he didn't know I had the phone. You know, I never let Kitchen Man know I had the phone. So yeah, I can maneuver around a person. You got less time to use the phone and less time that you're gonna be able to mess with it when you maneuver around your celly like that. But sometimes that's what you gotta do because you feel like the trust factor ain't there yet. Because dudes be acting like they somebody they not. You never know until the stuff hit the fan. And I ain't had that luxury to take them type of chances. So I just moved the way I moved till I was sure of who I was dealing with. And then when I was sure, then I may reveal to you that I got the phone and even gonna let you use it and you know what I'm saying, look out for you as well. But it's gonna be some stipulations that's gonna come with that, a whole lot of stipulations. But we gotta get to that point. And until we get to that point, I'm just gonna keep on maneuvering around you. But once you get to that point, it's a big relief because now you got more opportunity to use the phone because now every time the cell door is closed, you can break the phone out and use the phone and have one man watching for the police, you know what I'm saying, and vice versa. So it's way better when your cellie know, but it's way safer when he don't know. So that's the position I was in when I was moving in the cell with him. I was playing the safe role that he don't know, and I played that role with him, man, for probably about 6 months or better. 6 months or better. And the only reason that I revealed that I had the phone to him when I did was because we was going on lock and they just sprung it on us. Whereas I was in the cell when we went on lock, so where I had to hide the phone that was inside the cell, and there wasn't no way that I could do it without him seeing me. So when we was on lock and they just surprised on us with a lock and wouldn't let us back out, and you think they're gonna come shake down, you got to be prepared. You got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So I was ready, but I had to where I had to put it at, my cellie would see me do it if I hit it right there. So I had to let them know what the play was and what was going on. So when it came down to that time, I let them know, you know what I'm saying? I like, look, I got something to tell you, man. This between us, I need to know, you know what I'm saying? Your word gonna be good, man, and everything gonna stay between us. Because what I got to tell you is very important, and it can get me late, and the potential it can get you late. But if it come down to that, I'm going to take all the weight. But I just want to let you know, when I say potentially can get him late, meaning if they find this in the cell, they, you know what I'm saying, they going to raise holy hell. He may even get locked up just for investigation. So I had to let him know what the play was. So when I tell him that, man, he was like, what's up, what's up? So I tell him, you know, I let him know, look, man, I got that jack up in here, you know. So the jack is called the phone. That's what we call it, got that jack. He was like, you got the joint now? I'm like, yeah. So I said, man, but I'm good. I got to hide this joint, though, because they coming. But I don't want to go into Bama. You know what I'm saying? I can't get into Bama without you seeing it. So I'm getting ready to let you know this is what it is, man. I said, so we get through the situation. You know, I got the phone there. You know I got the phone. I'll be able to let you use the phone every now and then, man. But you're going to have to know, look, you're going to tell your people this. You're going to tell your people they can't do that. You got to do this, that, and the third. I ain't going to run down everything that I said because probably people still in there doing what they do. And I don't know who's watching this. But I ran it all down to him, and we got to understand it, man. So, boom, now, you know, he know I got the phone, and we rock with it. We get past that shakedown. We get down there. I started letting him use the phone every now and then. You know, and he look out for me when I'm on the phone. He be my lookout while he out in the block, and so on and so forth. So everything going cool, everything going good. He got a couple of partners that he rock with at the time, man. He got this one dude in particular he rock with. I can call him Key. So he rock with Key real tough. That's his man. Him, Key, and another dude that they mess with named Curly. They running a parlay, right? So they getting money. You know, in case y'all don't know what a parlay is. That's a betting lottery where, you know, you put in a certain amount of money and you get the odds on the games, the point spreads and all this and all that. And you got to pick these teams to win, and you got to be 100%. You pick 3 or 4 teams. You pick 4. I think 4 is the minimum. Some parlays got 3. You pick 4 teams to win, and all 4 of your teams win with the point spreads that's on the paper. Whatever you pay down there, you get paid the odds of whatever you play. You may play $1, the odds for 10. You may win $10 for putting $1 down. You put down 2, you know what I'm saying, 20, 30, so on and so forth. So the odds is, I think it's like 10% of what you put down, or 10% above, or something like that. Whatever it is, you get way more when you win, which is the lure of the gambling. That's what draws you in, thinking that you can win a whole lot for a little bit. But it's not that simple, because people don't dig deeper and look into the situation. Sure, that is the case. Sure, you can win that much. But you also got to understand that you got no mistakes allowed. You can't be wrong one time. You could be 4 games, play 4 games, and be winning all 3, and lose the last one by 1 point. You ain't going to get a dime. Your money is gone. It's go down the drain. Once you lose one of them games, it's over. So you got to be 100%. The parlay man that's paying the money, all he got to do is be 10%. If you lose one time, it's over. So the odds is greatly in his favor, but the lure of it and gambling is always thinking that you can win a lot for a little bit. So that's what draws dudes in. That's what makes dudes play the parlay. And parlay is big business in prison. Trust me. Dudes gamble with parlays all day, every day, twice on Sundays. You know, so yeah. I ain't never really get into the parlay. That was my thing. I always saw the hustle in it. And I said, you know, I respect the hustle, but I won't go jump in and contribute to it. If I'm a gambler, it's going to be something that I can control, shooting dice or something like that. I'm not going to be really doing nothing that I got to rely on somebody else for the lion's share of what's going on. Somebody else to win the game, somebody else to do this. I'm going to shoot the dice. If I shoot wrong, I shoot wrong. I'm going to play cards. If I make the wrong bluff, I make the wrong bluff. I'm going to do whatever it is that I can control to a certain extent when I'm going to put my money on the line as far as gambling. But I ain't never really rocked with the parlays like that. But I do know it's big business, and dudes do get paid off of it majorly. Usually, like I told y'all in a couple other videos, usually the parlay dude is, if not the richest dude on the compound, penitentiary rich, or he close to it, especially if he running a big parlay. So anyway, they ran the parlay, so they used to get money. Key, he was all right, man. I rock with Key. He wasn't no bad dude or nothing like that. It ain't like we hung out and did all this, but we was cool. We was all right. You know, I can remember a couple of incidents, man, with her. I can remember a couple of incidents with Key, man, and Marcelli, and some funny ones. As a matter of fact, this wasn't even going to be in this story that I was thinking about, but I'm going to put it in there that it just crossed my mind. But I can remember one incident, just to let y'all know how cool Key and Marcelli was, right? I can remember the one incident, man, where The dude come down to the cell while we in the cell, me and my celly Shine, and dude come down to the cell, knock on the door, and he coming to get Shine. So he tell Shine, he said, yo, Key said, get the door open, come down there right now, man, and go get that thing for him. So he said, what? He said, man, Key said, come down there now, go get the thing for him. I said, looking at him like, man, get the door. So I look at him, I'm like, what he talking about? He said, man, I don't know. So I get up as well because, like I said, this is my celly. I get up, we go out the cell, man, we go down there. Key that had a dispute, he done had a dispute with another dude. I'm just calling the dude Creek. He done had this dispute with the dude Creek, and they beefing. So Creek that came in the cell, and they talking, and I guess they done got the tussling or something. Now, Creek got him down on the bed, and his own cell pinned down on the bed, and he can't get up. Right? So he called Shine, so Shine come down there, so he telling Shine, don't, Shine said, you want me to get him up off? He said, nah. So Creek like, man, no, y'all ain't got nothing to do with this, y'all don't get in. See, man, I'm trying to let him go, man, but he acting crazy. So he like, no, go get the thing, So he telling Shine to go get that Bethlehem, right? Because they partners, so they got their Bethlehem hid in the same place. So he like, you sure? He said, man, go get the Bethlehem. So Creek eyes getting big as I don't know what, because he up in the cell. All right, he got Shine and Kane down there. He see me. He got Shine and Kane in there. I'm down there. Another dude down there. Key Sally right there, but his Sally ain't gonna do nothing. But either way, he out of bounds. He don't even supposed to be in the block. He don't even supposed to be down there. And then not only you down there in the block, out of bounds, you in the main cell, and y'all rumbling. You got him pinned down on the bed, and he can't get up. You scared to let him go because you don't know what he gonna do. But you want to try to get up out there because he done just told his partner to go get that Bethlehem. So he in a really, really bad situation. Super bad situation for real. So sure enough, my celly, he listening to him, he go get the jump. So he get the jump, he come back. When he come back with the jump, he got the jump in his hand. So he like, what you want me to do? So he said, give it to me. Give it to me, come put it in my hand right here. So Creek on top of him, holding him down, right? He like, man, go ahead, Shine, don't do it. Don't give it to him. So he said, man, put it in my hand. He tried to reach his hand out there to get it, so then they tussling a little more. Eventually, he reached over, he dropped it in his hand, he grabbed the jump. Man, Creek let him go, pushed him down, and ran about the cell. My celly first made an attempt to grab him and then just let him go ahead and run about. When he did that, Key come running out the cell and said, no, come on, get this. Come on. He hauled. He said, oh, no, that's how y'all playing? All right, I'll be back. He leave, but, he won't coming back. He won't coming back. Ain't nobody coming back to that. So he said, yeah, come on back. They exchanging obscenities or whatever. It was a money dispute where they was arguing about, so boom, boom, boom. Anyway, that situation, man, got the bubbling over, man. So now, that can lead to some real life danger when you go out on the yard or when you see each other the next time it's on site. Anything can happen, that night play, somebody can lose their life, limb, eye, whatever. But eventually they talked it out. Somebody paid the bill, which was supposed to be paid. They end up squashing the beef. Now, contrary to popular belief, I want to tell y'all this too. More beefs get squashed in prison than it's actually executed, and that's just fact. Because the ones, if all the beefs that happen in prison was executed, man, there'd be no one here to tell y'all these YouTube stories because the people who execute them will either be dead or missing limbs or either still in prison for what they did for executing. So a lot of beefs get squashed. They start off volatile and start off crazy. They end up getting squashed because, like I say, people see the potential of where it's going to. Somebody gonna lose their life. Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. And most of the time, dudes don't want the consequences to come behind all of that Bethlehem play and the things. It's a lot of consequences that come with that. Yeah, it may sound crazy or it may sound, fascinating to some people, but I'm telling you right now, it's a lot of consequences that come with it. And a lot of dudes ain't built for that. Most people not built for it. Because even if you prevail, you still gonna go through so much, man. Administration gonna drag you. You going in the hole for possibly years. You gonna be back there losing weight, not eating properly, missing out on visitation, phone calls, recreation, everything. And this is years and years. That's gonna work on your psyche, your mind, your energy level, your body, your physicality. Everything is gonna be threatened by the position you're gonna be put in when you make a play like that. So you got to factor all of that in before you do that. So this is why a lot of beefs get squashed. But then you got these certain type of dudes, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? When they go, they going. When they out there, they out there. You can't stop them. So dudes try to avoid them type of dudes and don't want to deal with them dudes, or don't want to rub them type of dudes the wrong way, because they already know what the end result gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be blood on the floor somewhere. So that's why I say a lot of beefs get squashed for those reasons, man. So they ended up squashing the beef though, but I tell y'all that because I just remember that situation, which was crazy to me. I was just a bystander. I was just sitting in there looking. Basically, I was trying to make sure that my seller ain't get himself into a stupid situation, because like I say, he was my seller. You know what I'm saying? And I got the jack down there, you know, laid in the cut. You know, so I ain't want no problem. When you got that jack, you got to avoid all problems. You got to stay quiet. You got to stay out the way. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a greater investment that you worried about. You got to protect that at all costs. And because like I say, it's the most important thing you're gonna have when you're in that position of being locked up. If you were locked up, it ain't nothing you're gonna have more important than a phone. If you got a phone, before you have a phone, it's gonna be your TV. But once you got a phone, man, it's like Christmas every day in the penitentiary if you got that phone. You know, so yeah, that's your number one priority. You got to babysit it, and I babysitted mine like it was a brand new newborn, boy. I mean, for sure, I took care of it. And this is probably why I had it for so long and was able to maneuver and get away the way I did. But anyway, moving forward with that, man. So like I say, I paint that picture to let y'all know the dynamics between, you know, my Sally Shine and Key. They tight like that. And like I say, their other partner, he with them too, but he don't even sleep in our block. He sleep in another block. But anyway, man, as time went on, man, you know, like I said, we all socialized. We all got along. I made the bar understood with my seller when he found out that I did have the phone. I don't care how cool you are. That's one of the agreements. I don't care how cool you are with Key or Curly or anybody else. You never, ever, under any circumstance, let nobody know what I got in the cell, man. You don't tell them you got the phone. You don't tell them you got access to the phone. None of that, man. You can't do that. That's rule number one. You know, loose lips sink ships. You cannot reveal what's going on in here. I don't care how cool you are. And that's why a lot of dudes get tore off when they get the phone, because they want to brag, or they want somebody to know that they got it, or they want to let their partners know so it look like they, you know, they balling or they doing something big. But that's a recipe for disaster right there. Because just like you super cool with him and you tell him what's going on with you, he got somebody else that he's super cool with, and he got to feel the same right to tell them. And so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. And next thing you know, your business all in the street, and next thing you know, the people kicking your door in, and you late. So that was the reason why I ain't tell nobody. And I had dudes that I was super cool with, but I ain't let them know because they weren't on the need-to-know basis. If you weren't in that cell with me, it won't no need for you to know I had a phone. It won't no need. I won't be loaning it out. I won't be renting it out. I won't be letting. I won't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? I won't do none of that. I was using it for my benefit and my benefit only, and I won't go do that, so it won't no need for me to let you know I got it. What reason would it be besides bragging? And I won't into that. So, like I said, so I let him know that, so the bar was understood, man. Don't let this man know I got this phone nor anybody else. So he said he wouldn't, you know, and then like I say, he had a vested interest because I used to let him use it. So he wouldn't let nobody know because he wanted to keep using it as well. So anyway, man, I can remember, man, time was going on and everything was cool, and then all of a sudden, man, it won't. You know, and just like I say, that's how prison is. One little incident can change everything. They change the whole scenario, the whole circumstances. One little incident. And this is what happened. With the incident, it changed everything. Okay, Keyron, he do his little thing in there. You know, he get a little money besides the parlay. He get a little money, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to explain. And, you know, something that don't need to be explained should be already understood. So he get a little money from time to time. And people know that he got little, you know, resources in there, which might be cigarettes, commissary, whatever. But evidently, he was bragging too much and talking around the wrong people, and he was showing somebody his stash and let them know where he had his money at. So he had a whole lot of cigarettes, which at this time, cigarettes in prison is currency. That's just like having money out here. So he got racks and racks of cigarettes, cartons and cartons of cigarettes, you know, based upon what he doing, the parlay and whatever else he may be doing. So he got a whole lot of cigarettes. So evidently he flashed all these cigarettes on somebody one day that he kept up under his mattress, you know, 20, 30 cartons of cigarettes, which is a lot in prison. You know, even you know, back then that was a lot, 20, 30 cartons of cigarettes. So he done flashed this on somebody and showed him his stash, and turn around, he leave one day, he doing whatever he doing outside his cell. He worked out a lot too, so he stayed on the weight pal. So wherever he was at and his cellar was at, when it was gone, somebody kicked the door in and got up in his cell and stole his cigarettes, right? Total violation, punishable by death, without a doubt. You know, somebody go in your stuff, take your stuff, that's the punishment in prison. You're supposed to die, you know, and if not die, you're supposed to be close to it, or somebody's supposed to try to get you close to the pearly gates as they can, and the only thing they're supposed to be able to save you is God or a good surgeon. That's the rules in prison. You know, for real dudes that's currently like that, it's understood. That's why don't nobody go in there and stuff, and don't nobody mess with them, because you know this is going to be the penalty if you do that. So evidently somebody felt bold or felt they can get away, because also too is always eyes out there. So somebody gonna see you, somebody gonna know or something. That's always been my philosophy. Somebody gonna tell it. If you come take mine, I'm feeling like somebody gonna tell it, because they gonna be scared that I might think it's them. So I feel like somebody gonna tell me, you know. But anyway, somebody got up in his junk, got his stuff, and man, he went crazy. He was in disbelief. He goes crazy. So he's snapping out. Now, mind you, he get money, and he got a lot of little dudes that I might call flunkies to be around him because he getting money, you know. So he's screaming about who got my stuff, who went in my cell, man. I'm telling you, I find out this gonna happen, that's gonna happen, woo, woo, woo. So he the one that got a little mob. So now he got a whole mob now, and they screaming bloody murder, right? I'm talking about he the one that got a mob, man. I'm talking about good 10 to 12 dudes, you know. So they mobbed up, they talking or whatever, they getting a game plan together. So I'm already hip to what's happening, like, you know, what's happened. Somebody went in, Key said, stole his cigarettes, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, oh, all right, well, that's crazy, you know. I ain't paying no mind because it ain't my business. Like I say, you got to move and keep it moving in there. I'm on the phone, sitting down up all the way downstairs. We sleep upstairs. Matter of fact, we sleep like 6 cells from Key. So we upstairs on the top tier. So I'm downstairs on the bottom on the phone facing the whole tier where I can see the whole tier. So I got my back against the wall. I'm sitting there and I can see everything moving. So I see him and his mob start to descend at the end of the tier and start going to dude's door. And I see a little conversation, whatever, whatever. Then I see a Key and a couple of them go in sales. So I'm like, these jokers, what is these jokers doing? These jokers is crazy. So they come out the cell and go to the next cell. So they coming down the line. So in my mind, I'm like, what is they doing? Then it dawned on me, these dudes is checking sales, right? So now they going and do sales, checking dudes' sales to see if I guess checking for cigarettes. So I'm sitting down there and I see somebody walking by. So I'm on the phone. I'm literally on the phone. So I stop. I said, man, what is they doing? He said, man, Key them crazy. Tell me they shaking their cell. Tell me they going in everybody's cell looking in the locker for his cigarette. I'm like, what? You know, but in my mind, I'm like, how you going to determine whose cigarettes is whose? How you going to know which one's yours? You know, so evidently he's saying he going to know, but that's what he doing. So he going to cell looking in there, saying he going to every cell looking for his cigarette. So in my mind, it ain't even dawned on me, it ain't even crossed my mind or thought that he would even think about going to my cell, even though my cell and him cool. So that don't even cross my mind. So as he coming down the line and coming down the line, next thing you know, he 3 cells from my cell. He 2 cells from my cell. He 1 cell from my cell. Then all of a sudden, he at my cell, and I see him talking to my cellie. Then next thing you know, I see him go in the cell with the dude. I said, oh, no. I said, hey, let me call you back. I got to go. So I hang up the phone immediately. I go up there, man, and I'm like, man, what is going on? So I'm coming up the stairs. You got all these dudes standing in front of my cell. So when I see these cats standing in front of my cell, I'm like, man, look out, man, get out the way. So I bum rush and get myself up in there. He up in there talking to my cellie. So when he talking to my cellie, I look at him. I'm like, man, what's going on? He told me, man, you know, somebody took my cigarettes and everything, man. I'm trying to find my cigarettes. I know y'all ain't got them, but I'm saying I got to check, you know, just so it don't look like I'm picking and choosing. I'm like, man, I don't care if you picking and choosing or not. There ain't nobody checking my cell. Ain't nobody shaking my cell there. And definitely ain't nobody going in my locker. He told me something. Man, I'm just saying, Bank, man, we just got to do everybody. I'm like, nah, you ain't doing me. And I look down at his hand. He got the Bethlehem in his hand, and that junk shaking, and Big is on the weather. He nervous. He like, come on, man. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm like, what? I look down at his hand. I noticed, like I said, he got the Bethlehem in his hand. I'm talking about a death jump, a big jump. So he's shaking though. He nervous. He like, come on, Bank, man. I'm like, man, what you doing in my cell with this junk, dog? I mean, what is you doing? You know, he said, man, I'm just trying to find my stuff, man. Somebody, you know, I'm about ready to lose it. Then I'm getting super paranoid. So then I turn. I'm ready to spaz on my celly. I'm like, man, you let him come up in here with that. He told me, no, man, he know we ain't got the junk, man. You know, he don't mean the junk for us. He just trying to make sure everybody else look like he ain't playing favor. I said, I don't care, man. I don't care. I said, man, you wrong, dog. You up in the cell with a knife and you got all these jokers at my cell. Man, get away from my cell. So I'm telling the dude, get away from my cell. So they standing there. They on his command or whatever. So I'm like, look, look, man, this junk getting ready to get ugly. So he's shaking and he getting more nervous. And I'm saying he right up on me, so he can swing the joint and probably get me, but I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna get some shots in. You can believe that. But it's a crazy situation, and my mind is racing a mile a minute because I'm feeling disrespected. First of all, because you in my cell. More disrespected because you got all these dudes at my cell. Triple disrespected because my cellie let y'all in here. I don't care how cool y'all is. Ain't nobody going to my locker unless you the police, dog. I'm not going to open my lockers, let you look in it just to appease you or nothing, because that's the police job. And I'm not doing it. So he was like, man, just let us just look in the joint, man, just so we can say we did, we can move on to the next cell. Everybody know y'all ain't got my stuff. I said, man, matter of fact, I was getting ready to tell her, I'm going to ask y'all one more time, get out my cell. Then I was just so frustrated. I was so at the end of my rope, man. I said, don't worry about it. Y'all go ahead and do what you do. Get out of the way. Move. I walked on out my cell. I walked straight out the jump. I went down to the booth. I told her, open the side door. I'm going outside. She opened the door. I leave. When I'm walking out, they call me, hey, man, come here, man. I keep on going. My celly called me. I don't even hear nothing. I'm in the zone now. You know, these cats done got me off my square. I'm in the zone now. So I go out. I go down. Ain't no really nowhere to go there. They doing pill call and child call. So dudes are standing in the line in the pill where they get their medication. So they come from different buildings to get their medication. So I go stand in the line. I'm standing in the line just trying to stand in there till I can see somebody coming out the building that I wanted to see, so I can send them in there for my dude, right? So when I do see somebody in there, I get out the line. I catch them as they coming out the building. I say, look, ain't you in the block with Big Fred? Yeah. I said, man, do me a favor. Go back up there and get him for me. He said, man, I got to go to Peel. I said, man, I'm going to pay you, dog. Just go back up there and get him for me. Tell him Banky said he down here. He waiting for him. Tell him I said, I need that ASAP. And tell him to bring it with him. So me and Fred got to understand that he already know what I'm talking about. So, you know, that's our little secret language. So he know if I ever send that, he know what to come with. So boom, dude, go back and do it. I go back and figure out a line so I can have a reason for being out there. Because if you just out there loitering and everything, the police see you, they're going to run you in. So I go stand in line. I'm out there about 10 minutes. I see Fred come out the building. I get out the line. I go down and meet him, walking on the boulevard. He got the joint with him. I said, man, you got that? He's like, yeah. He said, what's going on? I said, man, you ain't going to believe this. He said, what's up? I said, man, I'll tell you, man. He said, no, man, tell me now, man. I don't want you to go get in no trouble, man. What you getting ready to do? I said, man, these jokers came in my cell, man. I said, somebody went in Key cell and stole some cigarettes, and he called himself shaking down every cell. He going to everybody's cell trying to look at lockers and stuff. He told me he came in your cell. I said, man, the joker was in my cell. He said, I thought him and your cell. I said, man, the joke in my cell, they got about 10 dudes at the cell. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, I don't play that joke there, man. I said, man, he said, man, damn, man, don't do nothing crazy, though. He ain't going your locker, nothing like that. I said, I don't know what they did. I left. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, just think about it. Don't do nothing crazy. I'm like, yeah, all right. So I get that Bethlehem. Now, you know, now I'm feeling like King Kong, you know what I'm saying? And hey, this ain't the time to be playing with me. So I go back to my building. So when I go back to my building, as soon as I walk in my pod, in my mind, I'm already in a zone. I'm like, anybody say anything that I don't like, anybody say anything different to what I'm wanting to hear, it's gonna be some blood on the floor. Period. Because that's the space I'm in right now. So when I get back, I see everything calm down. I see them dudes sitting over there at the table. It's like 2 tables over there, and him and his little dude sitting at the table. Some of them to pull chairs up, so it's about 10, 11 of them sitting at the table. He at the head of the table. He talked to him. I don't know where he found his cigarettes or whatever. I go upstairs to my cell. I go up in that joint so I can get up in my cell and get my stuff right and get my mind right. And here come my cellar in there telling me, man, what's up, man? God dang, man, I was trying to call you back. We trying to tell you, man, they weren't really trying to go on our stuff, man. They were just trying to make it look good. I said, I don't care, man. You ain't had no business letting them dudes up in here with that, man. And then he up in here, man, with the knife all in his hand and everything, man, like he intimidating somebody. I said, man, I don't play that stuff there, dog. I don't play that at all. Man, you know he won't do nothing to you. I said, I know he won't do nothing to me, but just the implication alone. And then you got all them jokers at the cell, and man, I said, no, bro, you don't do time like that. No, you got limits, and you got rules, and you got to set that stuff, man. You got to let people know when you come. I don't play that. I don't care what they doing. I don't care if they would've went to every cell and missed this cell. You gonna miss this cell, because you ain't coming up in here looking through nothing unless you the police, man. You know, well, man, you know, he ain't mean it like that. I'm like, man, all right. So he was like, man, just let that joint go for me, Bank, man. Let it go. I said, yeah. Excuse me. I said, yeah, I'm going to let it go, all right. I said, I'm going to let it go out. They know where I'm coming from, and they got it emphatically clear where I'm coming from. So they sitting there at the table. I tell them, give me some cell time, man. So, you know, get out the cell so I can have a little time to myself. So when he go out, I put the cut up and everything, man. I get that joint out, look at it, make sure it's what I want it to be, and I got it. And I always get my mind right when you get ready to go to war, because you don't know, what's gonna happen. And I don't want to go to war, but I'm ready for war. You got to be war ready in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what may cap off. I'm going in here, excuse me, I'm going in here and say what I got to say, and it ain't gonna be nice. So at any time somebody could dispute what I'm saying or take offense to what I'm saying and get in their feelings and then want to get something popping. I'm prepared for that. So I know what I'm gonna say. If somebody talk to me in that type of manner, I know what I might do. So I gotta look at it like somebody else might do the same thing. But at the same time, I'm prepared for all of that. So I go down there and they sitting at the table. First, I go walk down. I sit at the table by myself for a second, and I just look at them. They over there at the table. I'm just looking at them because I want them to feel my presence and feel my anger, And I know they see me looking at them because a couple of them look over there. A couple times they turn around. So then after I sit there for about a good minute, I just get up and I walk over to the table where they sitting there, and I walk straight up to them, and they brazen up like they don't know what's coming. And when I get over to the table, I lean over to the table and I pull that thing out, and I got it in my hand. I said, if every one of you ever come back to my cell and try to come up in my cell talking about looking through anything in there that belongs to me, you better be prepared to die. Straight up. And if every one of you don't like what I'm saying right now, come right over here up under them stairs, and we can do whatever y'all want to do, however you want to do it. Bring with you whatever you want to bring with you. All y'all can come. But you ain't going to never come to my cell again like that. And that's why I'm going over here under these stairs, and I be waiting for any one of y'all with anything you want to say. I don't want to hear nothing right now. Bring it over there. And I walk away. Oh, man, Bank, man, hold up, man. It ain't like that. It ain't. I said, man, I ain't trying to talk about that stuff no more. I want to talk over here if you want to talk, because that's the space I was in. So I go over there, and they like, man, I said, I'm letting you know, if you come over here, it ain't going to be the talking like we talking like this. We talking like we talking. I'm letting you know, if you come over here, this is what's going on. Because that's what I'm feeling like you coming over here for. So don't none of them come. A couple of them talking. They want me to come over there and talk. I stay over there for a little while. I'm filming. I'm trying to, get my frustration out or whatever. They don't come over there. It's understood. They ain't looking for that type of party. But you was violating. And you was violating, and I got to let you know you violated. So I come back over. I go back over. I sit at the table by myself. I'm over there for about a minute or two. He come over there. He said, man, let me talk to you, man. I said, I don't want to talk, bro. He said, man, come on, man. We better than that, man. We cool, man. It wasn't meant for you like that, man. It just seemed like that, but it wasn't meant for you like that. I said, man, you up in my cell with a knife in your hand, with dudes at my door. How I supposed to take that? He said, man, and I see you standing right in front of me, clutching the joint. He said, man, I see you shaking and everything. You might do something at the drop of a dime, and you know what I'm saying? So how I supposed to take that? He tell me, man, I was shaking, man, cause you was up on me, banging. You was talking, man. You be bothering. You might hit me and knock me out and take the knife or something. I said, man, you talking stupid. You know what I'm saying? He said, no, man, that's how I was feeling, man. I ain't know what you was gonna do. I ain't mean to have a knife like that. He said I had it with me because I was going to every other cell. But when I was in your cell, I ain't mean to have it, like holding it like that. He said, but I was nervous because you was talking, man. I ain't know. He said you was arguing and yelling and stuff. I ain't know what you was gonna do. So I said, either way, you was in my cell with a knife. You was prepared to try to stab me, try to harm me, dog. I can't look at that but one way. You know what I'm saying? I can't look at that but one way, and that's disrespect, period. You know what I'm saying? So we had the little conversation, man. He was trying to explain himself. I really wasn't trying to hurt, especially at that time. But the whole thing subsided. He went on about his way. That, drew the little wedge in the friendship right there. He was still cool with my celly. They still had their thing going on or whatever. But in my mind, when you pull a move like that, man, I'm always looking at you for it. And all them little dudes, it was a couple of them little dudes that I was all right with. After that, not so much. Not so much, man. They tried to talk to me. They tried to speak to me and everything. And I always gave them like a little stone face or a little one-word answer from that point on. Because what you did, I can't accept that, man. You drew the line in the sand where say, okay, you act like we cool and we all right, but then somebody come get you. They say, come on, we get ready to go do this, do that. And I'm involved in it too. Or we going up and bank and sell. Then you with it. So we can't never be, we ain't never had no better understanding after that. So, like I say, that was a crazy situation. It threw me off balance, man, and man, it almost got real ugly, man. Because like I say, whenever you approach somebody, and especially when you approach somebody in an aggressive manner in prison, it could always turn out violent. It all depends on how that person that you approach take it and how they respond. You see what I'm saying? But when you pull up on somebody, you got to already be prepared for the response. See, now I don't just look at it on my side, I look at it on both sides. That's why I say when they came to the cell and you got all them dudes and you got a knife, you prepared for a response. Well, you know how I'm going to act. You should have knew how I was going to act before you went up in there. And no matter what type of reasoning you had, you should have knew how I was going to act by already dealing with me and knowing me. You know what I'm saying? You up in my cell talking about looking through my locker, man, you got to be crazy. So that's how I felt, man. But, like I said, it drew a line. It kind of like put a little strain on me and my celly. Because I gave him the blues. You know what I'm saying? I gave him the blues. Man, I don't care who you let somebody come in your cell, man. You supposed to told him off the top, talking about how cool y'all was. I said, you should have told him off the top. You know how cool we is, and everybody else here know how cool we is. Miss this cell, dog. Don't worry about what people think. Miss this cell. Don't even come up in here with that. You should have told him that off the top, and he should have respected you enough to keep on pushing by your cell, not even including you in that bull. And then on top of that, the crazy part about it is he went in every cell, just like he said he would do with his little mouth, ain't even find the cigarettes. Ain't even find them. And you won't go find them. You knew you weren't gonna find them. It ain't like no cigarettes got no serial number on it or nothing that you know of, that you gonna be able to say, oh yeah, these mines, these. Get out of here, man. But yeah, that's the penitentiary for you, man. People pull moves, people do stuff, and that's how people end up losing their life over a bunch of little foolishness. And see, you got everybody else entangled all up in that foolishness because you don't know who did it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who did it, so you go in and try to include the whole block and try to let people know. That really was a subliminal message. You try to let everybody else know, if this ever happen again, this how we coming. Or if we catch you, this what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what the message was about. That's exactly what the message was that he was trying to send. But it was too late for that. See what I'm saying? It was too late for that. When situations like that happen, man, you either got to bust a move, either you wrong or you right. But all that thinking that you going to try everybody, you stretching it too far now because you don't know. He created enemies that day. Not just me, but other enemies. You see what I'm saying? Because you violating people. And then you trying to do it by intimidation because you the one that got a mob. So it just was an ugly situation, man, that I ain't never really fully, get over. It, like I say, I let it get by me, but I really won't never happy with it, and I won't satisfied with the situation at all. But anyway, time moved on, man. They kept doing their thing, man. They kept doing the little parlay. They was still cool. Everything was good, And then, man, that's another thing. When you don't get full satisfaction out of the situation that you be in, you might end up being in another situation because it be the residue from what you was feeling from this situation. So that's exactly what happened to me. It was a couple of months later, something happened, man, with me and a dude, and we had a couple of words. He said something I ain't like. Then next thing you know, bloop, bloop. You know what I'm saying? I done took off on him, knocked him out, and police end up saying that they seen it, and I'm late. Now I'm locked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm locked up again. Now I go to segregation, right? Now I got no choice but to leave the jack with Shine. So while they coming to pack my stuff up and lock me up and everything, I'm able to talk to him or whatever because it ain't like I get locked up right there on the scene. Boom, boom, I do what I do. He knocked out, I'm gone. I go on to the cell and middle around, but the police that said they seen me and they done told, so now they coming to my cell, they telling me, you getting locked up, assault, this and that and the third, whatever, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and get your stuff together, woo. So I got a little time, so I'm telling him, look, man, hold on to this jack, man. Hold on to this jack, man. You know it ain't nothing but a fighting charge. At the most, I ain't be gone no more about a month or something. Don't get this phone towed off, man. You can use the phone, man. Use caution. Use it like you've been using it while we've been in here together. Don't trust no one. And by all means, no matter what, tell no one about the phone, Shine. Nobody. I don't care who it is. Don't tell nobody about the phone. I got you, man. I got you. I'm like, all right, dog. I'm telling you, man. So I leave the phone with him. You can't take it with you going to segregation. It ain't no way because they're going through all your stuff. When you go in, they're going through all your stuff. When you come out, it's just too many chances if you try to hide it in your property. It's not even a 50-50. So, you just can't take that chance. And like I say, it's a big ticket item. You lose that phone, you might can't get another. You know what I'm saying? So I left it with him, man. I go to seg. I don't know what my fate is. I don't know how long I'm going to be back there. It's just a fighting charge. Won't no weapons or nothing involved. So unless you count these. But so I'm back there, man. I'm trying to stay in touch with him, man, through writing letters or whatever, find out what's going on. Man, I end up staying back there maybe, I don't know, man. I can't remember exactly. Probably within 50 something, close to 60 days. So I get out. I'm on the other side of the yard again, as I was when I came out to go in. Now I'm back on another side. So same thing. I gotta set it up with him to get the phone, right? So I send the words, I'm writing letters, and they look, man, meet me here, meet me at this time, that's when we gonna make the exchange. I'm gonna get the phone. I'm coming, I don't care if I get caught, I'm coming to get that phone. I wanted that phone, man. I done had it so long. I'm so caught up in it. I want it, you know what I'm saying? I want the phone. So I turn around, man. We set it up, man. I go over there. I meet him. I get the phone, man. We talk about 2 minutes, but everything good, man. Ain't nothing happened with the phone. Everything all right. I got to go. Boom, boom, boom. Shake, dap up. He go his way. I go my way. I get back. Boom. I feel safe as I don't know what once I get back to my cell. I feel like I done pulled the Mission Impossible caper off. I get back to my cell. I'm in the cell by myself at the time. You see what I'm saying? They done put me over here. I'm in the cell by myself. Ain't nobody in there. So it's a perfect situation. I can, use the phone at nighttime, use it most of the time during the day when ain't nobody in there. Just gotta watch out for the police, but I can use the phone. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm doing. So, man, you wouldn't believe this foolishness, man. I'm telling you, man, you couldn't believe this foolishness if I told you. But I'm laid up in this joint the first night, right? And it's like maybe 12:31. The phone ring in the penitentiary, right? My phone ring. Then nobody calling me. Even the people when I was using the phone, my people they know not to call me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at the phone. I'm like, who is calling the phone? So it's on silent, but I could just see. So I cut it. I hang it up. Call back. Hang it up. They call back again. So they keep calling the same joke. So I'm like, man, what the hell? So I said, I'm going to answer the phone. So I answered, right? Soon as I hit the button and answer the phone.
The banking special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.